Hey guys, welcome back. It's the final day. Actually, final day trial. We done it. I thought last trial day was gonna be the final day, but this is for real. The actual final day of the trial. We gotta get Miss Vasquez. We gotta get her. Fucking put her behind bars. She's a criminal. She killed Jack Hammer. October 20th, 10 a.m. District Court Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. It's like almost in his name. I don't know, it's weird. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? No, bro. Is this the bit? Is this the running joke where no one listens to Edgeworth? This poor guy. Oh, she did. She's just weird about it. D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. What do you mean very well? No, absolutely not very well. Respect the fucking legal system. What the fuck? Please, give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. It's so to speak. Don't be weird about it. Inner monologue. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. Man, look, I don't mean to throw shade, but every single time a witness says anything, the judge is always, every single time. There's like the 80% of the judge's lines are him going, and order, I will have order. Like, it's crazy. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you. The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record. Interesting. How the fuck were you gonna take the van to Studio 1 when the way was blocked? There's no way, right? I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. All right, but first things first, we have to press every single statement you've ever made in your entire fucking life. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh, dear. Just to make sure. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. That's what we were. I should read these again, just also for my own clarification, because sometimes I forget the specifics, so this is me jumping the gun a bit. My bad. The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a little more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Ugh. This poor guy. What does everyone have against Edgeworth? Like, what? It's like the whole damn judicial system has this vendetta against this man. Like, I get why Phoenix and Edgeworth butt heads are literally fighting each other in the courtroom all the time. What the fuck did Edgeworth do to you, ma'am? Like, if anything, he's allegedly on your side here. There's a B rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. What a fucking goober. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else? One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's used to being, I think I'm not used to fucking talking, apparently. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. Enter the trailer. Okay, so can we prove that she didn't eat that steak? I don't know that we can. This is the steak from the employee area. What does the van say? Manila uses van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. His fingerprints. This is the accident from 5 years ago. I don't think the camera's relevant, or this. I think that, like, how could you have used the van to go to Studio... Oh, well, it was blocked until 4 p.m. I think she said that they left after that, right? Let me double check. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me at 2:30, took a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks in the trailer. So let me ask again. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was in between those times. So yeah, so that doesn't exactly contradict. Yeah, because allegedly the monkey, the path was cleared at the exact time the meeting was over. Powers on one leg. Does the guide map help me at all? I don't think so. Huh. Murder weapon, breaking the shaft, made with duct tape. always carries the fucking camera. Use this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. Then why was the van at Studio 2? Hold on. If they drove the van to Studio 1, did they drive it back at some point? Am I overthinking this? The van was still at Studio 2. 2:30 and Sound Night T-Bone Steaks. I'm not confident in this, but it's kind of the best I've got so far, I think. Nah, it's no good. Yeah, no, he sees nothing. Yeah, nothing faulty. That's fine. I can take a penalty or two. Is there a way to prove she didn't eat the steak? Eat T-bone steaks on the table. I don't have anything. The only thing relating to the T-bone steak was the one from the employee area, which is like not relevant, right? It's dragging one leg in this photo. I don't think that matters. Again, the costume is clearly way too big for this, whoever's in this, right? But, oh, well, we know it was Jack in this. Duh. God, holy shit. Am I okay? Am I the one who's all right? The 5-year-old photo, I don't think is relevant. My badge is not relevant as far as I know. Dragging one leg, map to the studios, the murder weapon. I just can't shake the feeling it's something about this. The van. I don't know. On the table in front of the trailer. 2:30, took a 15-minute break in the meeting. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. She's saying that they took the van to the meeting. And that would be why it's still there. Meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. She entered the trailer a little before noon. There was to be a rehearsal, so we went to Studio 1. No, wait, hold on. Maybe... Call me fucking crazy. No. I think I'm on the wrong track here. I think I'm hyper-focusing on something that's not relevant. So we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Let me look at this again. What does Phoenix say specifically? I imagine the game's trying to give me a hint here, right? Sal was also there. One person is enough. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak if I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. I don't think we have that. Evidence that proves she didn't eat the steak. Jack's autopsy report. Okay, let's just go one by one. The attorney badge, obviously not. The autopsy report, no. The photo of Mr. Powers does not, well, it's the photo of Mr. Hammer, does not do this. The guide map doesn't. The spear doesn't. Monkey head doesn't. Everything, yeah, no, 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 and no. I feel like thinking back to the scene of of Studio 2, the plates there this might be me being absolutely crazy, but I don't think the plates had the bones from the steak, right? I don't think they ate steaks. I think they ate something else, but maybe I'm, fuck it, dude. What's the worst that happens? I lose? Oh, he's a gamer. I don't follow this one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not quite sure how this is because I'm showing them the plate from the employee area, not the one from whatever. As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Why couldn't I have evidence that showed me? What if I didn't remember about that? Like, honestly, I wasn't certain about it. I was like, I might be making this shit up. Who knows? Large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer.
Yeah, there's no bones on these plates, but I would have loved a bit of evidence for that.
Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare, because look,
I imagine if you're doing these all in one go, it's not so bad, you'd remember it better. I'm taking days apart between these, all right? I'm not gonna remember some of these details. Anyway, this is me whining about nothing.
Oh. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how.
You ate the bone too. I was gonna say that. I was gonna joke. You didn't eat the steak, because there was no steak.
You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on Salmonella. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order! Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak. She ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright?
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it?
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits. You and I.
Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick! Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes, the samurai spear.
Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
This is such a ridiculous claim. That is insanity. What do you mean? Oh no, my little wimpy arms can't hold such a mighty spear. What are you talking about? Why would the movie prop be super fucking bulky and heavy? That would make the acting with it way harder. If anything, it should be too light. Like, what? Oh my god. But I don't think he was stabbed by the samurai spear. I think he fell onto the fucking fence like the guy in the picture, is my guess. Because hear me out, the spear was fucking broken. How are they gonna stab him with it? I think that Jack fell on like what happened to this guy. So I'm gonna say you couldn't.
I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon.
Pretty much anyone would.
You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon.
Does this photo... I guess because it was broken? That's my guess, is because it was broken, right? Like, when was it fixed? Is it fixed in this picture? It is fixed in this picture. Damn. Never mind. I guess what I'm gonna present is this photo that shows another alternative. I don't know. I'm not confident in this. Wrong, Mr. Wright.
But I haven't said anything yet.
I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence.
I can sense it too, with my fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing.
Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Okay, it's not the photo. Is it the spear itself? I don't...
Take that!
It is the spear itself, okay. Why do I never trust myself? Why do I always second guess myself? Because I was like, it's broken, it can't be used, but do I present... Anyway.
I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Okay, hold on, game. Wait a minute. You're gonna tell me this is a thick costume? It looks like just normal fucking cloth. What are you on about? And furthermore, the point I want to make is, how could the movie prop be a real fucking spear? This, if anything, Global Studios should be on trial as well for having their actors use live weapons for no fucking reason. Just like for fun, I guess. I don't know. Anywho. Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying?
Oh, that's Vasquez. God damn it.
Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon was? Can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you.
Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. You have already multiple times in the 20 or so minutes we have been in trial presented evidence incorrectly, twice before in the testimonies, and just now, quite literally just now. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Take that!
Look at this photo.
What is this?
Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs.
Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again.
It's pretty fucking brutal also to be like, anyway, Hammer, I'm gonna kill you the way you accidentally killed that other guy. Like, that's rough. Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio One, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio One and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 4:30. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio One and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? I bet she could move it with the van.
You'd be surprised. I bet she could do it. When people think their life depends on it, they can do amazing things.
Mr. Wright, this is not an episode of That's Incredible.
If you claim she did everything in 15 minutes.
Let me guess, show me proof.
Correct. Show me proof.
Oh my god, he's in our head. Get out. Get out of my head, Edgeworth. Get out of my head, Edgeworth. He's in my fucking walls, dude.
How am I supposed to do that? Then I won't have you making unsubstantiated claims. Wait a second, how does he know what I'm thinking? I need only look at the cold sweat running down your face to know what you're thinking.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to reconsider your claim. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She'd had another way?
Oh, I see. I said that I bet she could move it like, oh, I bet she could pick up the body, run over there. No. But in reality, when I said I bet she could move it, she would use it with the van. She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her hands? Yeah, I see now. I thought that option meant she had another way to dispose of the body, but I guess now that I think about it, that doesn't make any sense. For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. With the fucking car.
Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio One. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator?
Yeah, I think he was. Because hear me out, the only people at the trailer who can corroborate the alleged time frames for everything was her and Sal. So if they just lie and say it was a 15-minute break when in reality, what if there was never a meeting? What if they were just hanging out? Like, what? Of course he was.
Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burnt it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun.
I win? Everyone's like, what? Oh, is that just, there's no way that's just it. So what happens next?
Don't, what does this mean? How do you say question mark? What the don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that.
I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the results of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Mr. Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course it's as the witness says.
Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it. But, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now? I mean, I don't think we have any proof, right? The steak, the pills. I wonder if there's another photo on this camera, maybe? I don't know. Testify again? Like, what's she gonna add? You did it. Like,
Miss Vasquez, you did it! That wasn't a question.
Did you do it?
No.
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict.
What do I do now?
Testify again?
I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn! To come so far, only to fail!
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Objection! Edgeworth! My boy!
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor!
Oh, I love this man. He was like, I don't know what to say, but I'll buy myself fucking 6 seconds tops. What a guy.
I didn't.
No, Edgeworth, your moment, my man. I see. Very well.
Objection!
Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say, ergo.
I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
Oh, he got there. He had to cook, all right? He had to go in the tank a little bit. We had to spin the gears, but we got there. After they found the body. Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth.
After finding the body, Edgeworth wants to put criminals behind bars. Now, I don't know, because it's weird, because they were like, he makes up evidence and shit. But here, he seems to clearly care about getting the right guy. I don't know. I feel like that maybe those were just baseless rumors or something. Because I kind of feel like Edgeworth is just doing the best he can with the stuff that's presented to him, right? I don't know. After finding the body.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Okay. We gotta do better than this. Whew, we've been struggling on this case. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help.
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says.
Did no one go to call him?
Remember
what?
There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm?
You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Oh, we're pressing harder every time. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location, and no one noticed he was missing.
Poor Powers. Well, I explode that explains that. I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue.
I immediately called the police and Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silent. Dead silence.
Like in this very fucking courtroom.
Silence. Hey, Nick! Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
Security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it.
Oldbag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use.
I asked to be left out of the proceedings.
You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot of writing on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Okay, I guess allegedly there were these bigwigs at the meeting as well, but like, who the fuck are they? We don't, again, do we have any proof they were there? Like, no?
The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not.
Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder, after all.
How would you have known that before you went to the studio and found the body, dumbass?
Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh, yeah, I guess.
Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Objection!
Yeah, hold on a second.
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One.
Yeah, fucking loser. Let's go, Edgeworth! Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here.
Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
No, he wasn't. Powers was injured, not Hammer. How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal, the director.
You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
No, hold on. Take me back here. I knew Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, but Hammer wasn't injured, right? It was fucking Powers that was injured. He's the one that fell and hurt himself. Do I have any evidence for this? Murder weapon, clock. The guide map doesn't really help. I don't think I have anything for this. This doesn't really tell me anything, I don't think. Trace of sleeping pills and a large bone. There's Jack Hammer's fingerprints. There's an accident involving Jack Hammer. What is this camera here for, man? Some of this shit must be just be red herrings. The spear. Do I use the spear to talk about the accident? That doesn't feel right, but I don't know. No, yeah. But Hammer wasn't the one that was hurt. It was Powers. What do I show you to convince you of this? I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Is it this photo? Do I use this? Yeah, okay. But I thought Hammer's the one in the photo there, not Powers. Like, you knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Sure, okay. Look, just accept it. It's fine, everything's fine. Move on. Pretending? One person was injured in the, oh my God, and she didn't know. She thought Hammer was injured because he was pretending to be Powers. I still don't understand why Jack did any of this, man. One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that steel samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order! Order! I will have order.
Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? I don't think I can. Why would she want to kill Hammer? I still have no idea. I'm gonna say I can prove it, but I don't think I can. Of course I can prove it.
Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder.
Ah, fuck. Well, here we go.
Her motive. Why would she want to kill him? Does this... I have no idea. I don't think this... I don't know. I'm gonna use the photo, I guess. That's the best I've got. This is my proof.
Okay, that was right. It looked like the generic one.
This is my proof.
This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial, it began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall.
Precipitated, yeah, that is right. I felt like I read that wrong.
His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
I don't reveal evidence, man. What the fuck? I don't think I have evidence. Maybe she thought she was killing Will Powers? And then, I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Allow me to present the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive.
Take that!
This is my proof.
And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer.
I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles.
Ugh. Mr. Wright, this court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the court's time.
Fuck, I thought I was onto something. Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please.
Mr. Wright, I'll ask you again. Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
Bro, I got nothing, dude. I don't know that she has one. She's a psycho? I don't know. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. She has no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's this now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. And that's why he would dress up. That's why Jack would dress up as Will, because he wanted to pin Dee Vasquez's murder on Will Powers. Okay, I didn't think about that. Okay. What? What?
Oh, that was Edgeworth. What? All right, whatever, who cares? It's a what?
Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years.
Oh shit, the pipe!
I mean, like, it was self-defense though, you know? So, you did it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance. Who said this?
There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to. Okay, that was.
Man, I'd love to know who was talking so I could voice act this.
Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him! Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
Oh, no order? No order, I will have order. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
It appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Oh, we cut it close there. Holy shit.
Look at him! Let's go, Will! You're all right, buddy?
That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh, I do not feel very confident going forward. Whew, that was a little close.
October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. No, it's Phoenix, god damn it. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
I don't fucking know. I don't have evidence for that. What do you mean, show evidence? Anyway, here's evidence, the Mr. Monkey Head. Like, what? I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I guess we'll never know.
Yes, of course.
Whew. I'm not sure I wanted to go down that road.
What, we do know?
Why would he want to blame you?
Huh?
I have no idea. Am I stupid? Why am I an idiot? Congratulations, WP!
I'm just gonna move on. I'm an idiot. Whatever. Who cares? Oh.
Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Huh?
Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth!
Oh shit! Oh my god, for some reason front-facing Edgeworth freaked me the fuck out. Oh, he looks so weird. I'm so used to seeing him from an angle. Oh, he's staring into my soul, dude.
Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
He loves the Steel Samurai! Let's go! Oh, oops, I didn't mean to go to the options. Liar.
Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Unnecessary feelings? What is going on? Hello? Are we getting kind of spicy? What's going on here?
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if? They're rivals! Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick! Tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
Oh, we're never gonna know. He's never gonna tell us.
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again.
My fucking god.
Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Let's go! We're making friends.
I love it. I'm all about it.
Fine. I'll do it. Isn't it great that WD gets to play the lead?
Wait, he plays the lead in Pink Princess? WD's the Pink Princess? That's fucking, oh, WP, not WD. That's fucking awesome. I really hope that's the case.
I wonder if they'll show his face this time. I don't know.
I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Let's fucking go, Will Powers, my boy! The end. Oh, I'm so excited for the sneak preview. What's the next chapter like? Oh, shit! What's going on with Edgeworth, dude? He's gonna... This man's gonna snatch him up in the palm of his hand. I don't know who this guy is. Is this his dad? Oh, I bet it's his dad, right? Look at this. Look at these two guys. It's absolutely his dad. I don't know. I'm making shit up. Anyway, this is where we're gonna end the episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you look down in the description, you'll find a link to the official store page. You can get the game for yourself if you want to do so. And as always, if you made it this far with me, I really, truly appreciate you being here. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or your night or whatever time it is. And I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.